Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I have coffee. I have Weasel napping in my lap. She's looking at me and slow blinking. It's very cute. But most importantly, I have my mods. And you guys. I should have started with that. I should have said most importantly, I have you guys. And then said mod. It's fine. You know what I meant. You're smart. Some of you. Modding is all about smashing your toys together like a kid releasing his low priority. Not for this mod. Because this mod is all about you guys smashing the toys together. Because Ultimate Forge 2.0 is nothing but a giant playground. Hello! Welcome to the playground. I'm the guy. Rejected Shotgun. Welcome back. Hope y'all have been well. Need a Weasel cam? True. Smart. We empty our banks and donations and are proud of it. I mean, I'm appreciative of it. You guys go way too crazy with it. I try to actively discourage you guys from going as crazy as you do sometimes because it worries me. I'm like, holy, are they good? But don't get me wrong, I'm still insanely appreciative. The chair. It's weird not seeing you T-pose. That's true. I haven't switched back to T-pose in a while. I should change that. We're unhinged. You guys are unhinged. You make me feel normal, and usually I'm the unhinged one. But welcome back. We got some pretty cool stuff to do today. Pretty neat, I would even go as far as to say. I mean, I do go far. I go far and even as decided to use even go want to do look more like, and honestly, that's just pretty awesome, you know? Anyway, come with me. I'm going a little. We're gonna go to wee journey, we come with me. So obviously there is not a ton of progress on the Condor's textures. I have been working on a lot of other stuff that I'm excited to say and talk about in a minute. Nothing flashy that I can really show, but it's a lot of behind the scenes work. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But as far as the Halo 3 Condor work in progress, I have in fact been cooking a little bit with it, trying out some new stuff, trying to make it look as good as possible. So it looks pretty similar to yesterday, but I have been working on some new areas. I've been working on the nose a little bit, seeing what kind of shapes and alternate colors I can get in here. We got the engine and the wing connecting components looking a little bit more textured today. I feel pretty good about how the actual engines came out. They're not perfect, but I think it's decently good. I'd also like to point out, you know, we got some tech bits in here, the beginnings of tech bits. I'm going to go way crazier. This is going to have like a multi-folded pattern thingy going crazy. Ideally, you know, I would just use the actual Halo 3 ones, but were it so easy. And honestly, I still might. I'm not even going to lie. It would save me a lot of time for those interconnecting pieces. Obviously, these large outer parts, I don't want to change, but I was thinking about the fact that these inner components are probably going to be the same on the Pelican and the Condor, and it would save me a decent amount of time. So, we'll see about that. Anyway, it's looking pretty good. As you can see, the parts that are textured are matching pretty well to the Pelican style. I did do some custom normal mapping here. This area here is supposed to be pretty round. You can see on the actual Pelican, it's got like a hard-edged round line. I haven't quite nailed down the hard-edged round line, but I did add a sort of roundness. It was pretty... the physical geometry is pretty flat, but the roundness there is all just coming from normal maps. I got the Condor made. Well, the model of it anyway. This is the model of the Condor. It needs textures or else it's just going to look gross and icky. Still think the nose could be a little more pointy. Maybe. I kind of like keeping it having that like base Pelican shape in the front, honestly, but we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot to do. A lot to do still. As we continue on, we will find the right pathway forward through this task of ours. It will be good. We will enjoy it. Hopefully. Also, hello. I jumped out of the shower recently, so it looked a little crazy. When do I not, though? Really? I'm a mad scientist out here. You stand on the Condor while it's moving? Yeah, it'll have all the same stuff the regular Pelican has, but obviously it will be a wee bit fancier. You shower every day. Every single day. You thought I was just going to be some kind of gamer who just dwells in his gunk all day? Wrong. Wrong. Bald spot? Not today. No baldness here. My hair is nice. For now. It better stay that way. It's good now, but like, it better stay that way. Not a grunge tuber. Hopefully no. That sounds really gross. Wake up, you're just like covered in like slime, like a thin coating of maple syrup. You're just like, ugh. Yeah, no, I forgot February ends early. I don't know why. I thought today, I was like, oh yeah, 3 more days of February left. I have no excuse for that one. It's literally just illiteracy on my part. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. It happened. Anyway, we're not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to be grinding. By the way, this is what I wanted to say earlier. I should have a test version of Ultimate Forge out. I'm not sure how many features it's going to have, but I'll have a test version of Ultimate Forge out on the workshop tomorrow. That's the plan. We don't have enough time, so tomorrow, hopefully we'll have the Ultimate Forge test version. I'll make an announcement on the server to everybody about it. And I definitely want to have it out. That way you guys can hopefully find some bugs that have passed by me. And there will be bugs. This is going to be a test version. There will be bugs, and I hope that you guys can play around and have a ton of fun with it and find all those bugs. I don't recommend you make maps with it yet, because there's going to be a lot of changes, and all your maps are definitely going to build. Which canvas are in the test build? Probably not. Maybe the jungle one? Probably all of them, but obviously some of them only have certain pieces. I don't have like all the giga-sized pieces yet, so they'll all be pretty normal-sized pieces for now, but every canvas should be in. Desu, thank you for the 2! I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Ultimate Forge releasing February 30th. February 31st, actually. Well, thank you for that. Didac, thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. You said Pelican tags. You'll have to ask me after Ultimate Forge is out. It's going to be a whole thing to get the Pelican continuing to work cleanly with all the mess and nightmare that is. Probably not too hard, but hard enough that I just want to wait a little bit. I got to rehook up all the effects, all the models, all the sub-model files. Got to rehook up all the sub-effect stuff like light volumes and particles. And this is a whole thing that I got to do to get the Pelican tags out. But remind me after Ultimate Forge is out, and I got you. Anyway, though, things are looking pretty good. I got some nice detailing, some new normal maps, got the whole engine done, started working on this little tech bay, but I want to do even more. Oh, right, and I drew this big thingy here. It looks kind of fancy. I don't remember if I did that on stream or off stream, but it looks pretty nice. So the goal today is to just make a ton more progress on the Condor, and we will be taking breaks between the Condor, because I want to work a little bit more on some foliage for this map. I would like to redo... What are we listening to right now? Is this Skyrim? We're listening to a movie soundtrack? Dude, Spotify, I guess. I just need a checkbox on Spotify that says do not play copyrighted music. But yeah, one thing we are going to do today, because it's been bugging me, is we're going to redo this. I've talked about it so many times. I think the jungle piece plant thingy here looks cool. It looks great. That's fine. But the grass was the most useless addition. It's invisible until you are like an inch from it. So I'm going to delete all the grass. In fact, dude, before we get to the Condor, I'm going to fix that because it is bugging the hell out of me. This jungle, I want to put like big jungle shrubs and plants and stuff. Big plant. Vines. Technically, these patches on the ground are vines. Technically. So I'm going to keep it mostly the same. I like the little dead leaves on the ground. I think they look nice. They had a good splingus to the splungus. I'm going to go ahead and keep all these vines here. Then I'm going to add a singular bushy plant. Maybe a secondary bushy plant even if I'm feeling very brave. Alright, let me move the... as much as I like the E3 Scarab and as much as I'm excited to work on it, you're loud, bro. I need you to back up. Stay over there. Stay over there, man. Alright, he's staying put. We're good. I could hear it. The stream's getting short. Copyright lawyers are just like... cracking their knuckles. They're ready to go. Adorable did another Left 4 Dead 2 Halo port. Ooh! Ooh! Almost being at 3K is crazy. Yeah, that is so far above and beyond already. What are we even at? 28, 23? My god! You guys are just insane. I love it, I appreciate it, but good god. Gritty, I know. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm unironically going to be practicing the gritty so that I don't make a complete fool out of myself when I hit that. It's not going to... I don't think it's possible to not look like a fool in the full Cortana cosplay, but... You know what I'm saying? No practice. Oh no, I'm practicing. Yeah, that was not a part of the deal, okay. That was not a part of the deal. Alright, we need to... Before we continue working on the Condor and getting its full texture set in, which I'm genuinely so excited to do, just seeing this small area right here being fully textured, my brain is just like, yeah, more of that, please. Honestly, I don't even necessarily feel the need to start copying the Pelican anymore. I think it would copy the wings and stuff, but that's about it. Like the wings and the engines, I would want to copy the general texture style. Maybe some other more iconic parts like this thing, but generally I'm feeling like I want to do my own thing with it. Why does it look like Halo CE? If you mean this one, probably because it's like no textures, and the Halo CE one had like no textures. Like it did, but it was basically like very barren. This is the only piece that's fully textured right now. We got a lot of work to do. I want to do the cockpit next, because that seems pretty important to me. Making that part actually look good. Making it look solid and well put together. Adding some lines and things into it. Should really add some black plating and white lines and decals. Yeah, that's what I was going for. I was trying to see if I could add like a tertiary dark gray color. That's what I was messing with here, because this is obviously just a base dark gray plate, but this one just has a base like tannish gray plate. So I thought, why not go a little creative with it? Why not add a little bit of differences? Even the engines here, I did a little texture for the engine pieces, and those are also a little bit grayer. The inner engine pieces here are also gray. I'm likely just actually going to copy these over. I'm going to go ahead back into Blender in a bit, and I'm going to just, for all of the tech pieces, like the insides of the engines here, like the in-betweens, probably even the tech bits inside here, I'm likely just going to kind of yoink those if I can. Same with these bits here. These look good, and I want to just kind of put those internal tech parts from the original Pelican onto here. I also messed up the engines. I don't know if you guys saw, I accidentally retextured these bits. So I'm going to have to be yoinking those from an earlier file as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to redo this ground piece with way better foliage, make it look way better, add some plants and stuff. Then we're going to do a bunch of fixing on this to get its textures looking way nicer. Copy over some of the base Pelican parts to save some time and make it look more whole. And then I think we'll be good. Anything in here? I don't think so. I think I'll like our retextured. But yeah, that's the plan right now. I'm also gonna, I gotta save this piece too because it got kind of screwed up. The design of the Halo 3 Pelicans are so cool. It really is. It's a great Pelican design. It's like probably, it has the #1 spot in my heart. I think the Reach Pelican design is more badass, but this is my favorite one personally, just off of my personal tastes and opinions and history with it. But okay, we're gonna go jump very quickly into the first mission of Halo 3. To grab some new plants. I have some written down already, and I'm going to actually pull up my text document with them, but I want to see these plants, I want to see these plants up close, just so I have the exact, I'm looking for, I think, bush sawtooth and the rhododendron. I feel like the Halo 3 Pelican was pretty round compared to the UNSC designs, but it's still good. It is a little bit, it's actually, it does seem a little round, but a lot of the round stuff is like rounded hard edges. Reside, it makes the Pelican look amazing. Yeah, actually, that Pelican that you just saw there, the one that just looked like a regular Halo 3 Pelican, that was actually cut content Pelican. Because the textures I'm using on it were pulled out of ODST. They were never used in Halo 3 ODST because they ended up using the police Pelican textures. But yeah, that was the high-res enhanced Pelican textures that were cut content from ODST. I personally think it's just a straight upgrade to the Halo 3's Pelican. Halo 3's Pelican by default has a much flatter color. That one has lots more contrast to it. Honestly, it would save me a lot of time if I use the Halo 3 base Pelican texture as reference, because there's a lot less color detail. It's a little bit overwhelming with the fancier one, but it looks good enough that I'm like, you know. I made a mistake and started drawing again, and I'm going into way too much detail. That's a good thing. Ultimate reach when? That's a whole can of worms right there. My first mod was called Ultimate Forge, and it was a Halo Reach mod. It was literally just Forge. It's actually on Nexus mod still. Let me find it. Halo. Nexus mods Halo. It might be under popular of all time. Yeah, there it is. Third most popular mod of all time on Nexus mods for the Master Chief Collection. Broken, sadly. Halo Reach Ultimate Forge World. It was my first mod I ever released. It's pretty mid. I have not changed since I made this mod. It's literally a flyable frigate, longsword, scarab gun, all the vehicles from Reach's campaign. Oh yeah, whatever the hell this thing was. Like a giant missile launcher. It was like a Spartan laser that I just slapped. Yep, the Mac Cannon works. You got the Space Banshee, Phantom, there's the frigate again, Scarabs. It's all in there. And this was, you had to, Forge wasn't even out on PC MCC at this point. So in order to play that mod, you actually had to like edit a file to load up Forge. But alright, let's take a look. We got some plants here. Well, we're looking for the decorators. Ever try the ramp mod in El Dorito? Yeah, ramp is amazing. Reach Anniversary mod pack, I think. Something like that. That is like probably the most detailed mod in El Dorito. It's insane. I love it. Yeah, the creator of ramp was helping me a lot when I was doing my El Dorito modding. He was a super smart guy. He was super helpful as well. I really appreciated everything he did. Alright, we are going to be looking for, very quickly, we're going to try Rhododendron first. How big is Rhododendron? Rhododendron's pretty small. Depending on how complex it is, we could theoretically use the Rhododendron. I might have to simplify it, though. I like it, though. Rhododendron, and then the other one I wanted was Bush Sawtooth. Let's see how that looks. So this is... oh, that's not it. Bush Sawtooth. Yeah. Oh my god, it's really complex. I may have to... I'm definitely gonna have to simplify it, for sure, because that is a lot of yeah, it's a lot of triangles. Bush Sawtooth and Rhododendron. They both look great, but we'll see. Those are my two go-tos. There's also... we have a lot of ivy clumps already. Those are the ones that we have all over the ground piece that look really good. We tried to get the tall grass green, but it just did not look good at all. You literally couldn't even see it. It was like invisible. Fern. Fern is pretty nice. This one is like really complex though. I would have a lot of trouble I could make a fern, but it would be like really low poly and you would notice it pretty powerfully. Plant spade leaf. Another one that looks really nice, but would probably be really hard to pull off. Also a little too green. Maybe it's just too green because it's the lighting is obviously. Yeah. Do I like robots? I do in fact like robots. I think they are very cool. Plant variegated leaf. Too Jurassic Park for my taste for this. Flower purple, flower red, grass wild, hanging vines, cattails, mud clumps, plant underwater, tree boundary, debris leaf, board, cinder blocks, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I think we'll just do those two, the Rhododendron and the other one, wherever it is. The bush. But definitely the Rhododendron. So, in order to get this cool plant and put it onto our forge piece, I'm just going to have to figure out where it is in the game files, and then I'm going to yoink it. So, let's go back to our jungle map in multiplayer. And I'm going to find the files for it. Halo 3, editing kit, blah, blah, blah. Alright, I'm going to go to my Halo 3 folder. We're going to get our tool open in the background so I can extract files. Oh my god, my Windows Explorer broke again, dude. I love Windows 11 so much. Alright, we're back. I'm still in the background though. I had to reset Windows Explorer because it broke. Okay. Alrighty. So we have our tool open to export our cool new models. Halo Fighter, Hideo Kojima's watching someone play the first mission of Halo 3, asked them to shoot a bush, watch it jiggled and nodded, and what can I only assume is appreciation. Yeah. And Bungie earned that nod, let me tell you. Halo 3's first mission, Sierra 117, insanely impressive visually. They pulled out all the stops. All this is incredible. Seriously incredible. And honestly, the challenge that I have is adding enough objects that make the map feel as dense and like jungly as that mission. I don't fully know. Check DMs from Demon. Is this your drawing, Demon? Did you draw? Bro, you drew that? Holy shit! God damn. That's good as fuck. Fingers got a little fucky wucky, but the rest of her, that's a powerful robot. Can we see? Yeah, I mean, it's a robot, you know? Just, where is it? Even just drawing robots out here, you know? Everybody loves robots. She's like a battle mech, of course. She's a calm down. She's a battle mech. She fights. Jesus. Listen, man, World War III, those things break into my house. I'm not putting up a fight. That's all I'm saying. Oh, right. Jungle objects. That's what we're looking for. Now we need... So what I'm going to be doing is getting the terrain for this. So should be under just regular forage objects. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So obviously before... Terrain, flat, jungle. This should be our jungle terrain. Yep. So obviously the downside to this jungle terrain was the grass, dude. Look how much... You see all those rectangles? Might as well not be there. Literally useless. Sad. Sad. And I still have all the... Never mind. Well, we don't need the grass anymore anyway. We got the leaves dead. We got the ivy clumps. They're all still down here ready to be added in. Now we need to get the rhododendron out. So we got to find out where that is in our tags folder. I'm going to guess it's going to be under level shared decorators. Probably under the foliage folder. Let me see. Yeah, looks like it's going to be under foliage, rhododendron. There it is. Easy, dude. So to get that out of the game and to put it into Blender, we're going to open Tool and we're going to do Tool, Extract, Render. I'm going to do Extract Import Info. Import Info. We're going to grab that directory and we're going to do rhododendron.render model. Yoink that out of the game. Pretty straightforward. Now we have it. Now we can put it in Blender. I'm going to go ahead and save this to Jungle 2 because we'll be doing a redo of it. And we're going to import it into Blender. Now, it's not going to have textures at first, but honestly, that's fine. We'll yeet it in like so. I don't know how many different types of rhododendron there are. Oh, it looks like it's just the one. There's a Master Chief for scale. So obviously right now it just looks like a bunch of squares in total. How many tries? 135 edges. That's a lot. In order to see how it actually looks, I'm going to grab its textures, and we're going to add those into Blender too. I'm literally just going to be lazy and screenshot it because it doesn't have to be perfect. It's completely fine. So this is what the texture looks like by default. I'm going to try my best to screenshot it. Like so. Pretty good. We go down to 512. And then we're going to do the alpha, which is the cutout, basically transparency areas. Do my best on that. It's going to be hard to get it perfect, but I'll get it close enough. 512. Close enough. There we go. Now we can take those into Blender and we can use it to actually give this thing visuals. We can see what we're looking at, and that'll let us make a more optimized version of this plant. Then we can move on to the actual crazy stuff with the Condor. But for me, this is pretty important. Maybe that's just me, but you know, I like to... Oh, look, it's a plant. But now it needs transparency, so we're going to add in another texture. We're going to go ahead and grab the exact same folder we were in a second ago. This one right here. Date modify, this will be the alpha. We're going to put that color in as the alpha, and boom! Like I said before, not 100% perfect, but you guys can get the general gist of it. It's a plant. Nothing too crazy. At 135 triangles, I don't want to have a whole bunch of these because it's really going to add up quickly. Just 10 of these is already going to be 1,000 extra triangles. The good news, though, is... Let me save this really quickly. Grass, rhododendron. The good news is, though, if we go back to our jungle thingy and we select only the grass, that is 3,000. I'm sorry, 13,000 vertices. 3,200 faces. And if we swapped that out for those plants, we could have quite a few. So we'll just have to kind of balance that out and see how we can do it. That said, we're going to import our plant now. So let's append the rhododendron. So it's under here. Grab object, rhododendron. It's going to be part of an armature, but we can just clear that out. We're going to put that into our grass temp thingy right here. Let's take a look at it. So on our 3D cursor, we're going to rotate it 90 degrees on the x-axis, negative 90 I should say. And now we're going to delete all the plants, and we're going to make an entirely new set of them. So we're going to have to get a little creative with this, but it's pretty easy to do. We add in a... what is it? Physics. We add in a particle system. And then we're just going to customize it to the amount that we want. I think I had this at like 3,800 or something crazy. And it was like 9,000. Well, I'm going to do less than that. I'm going to do... we'll start with 2,000 for now. We're going to have emit from faces. We're going to do... we are going to mess with rotation so that way they don't look weird. We're going to use the grass collection, grass temp. We're going to make sure that our hair length is 1. Scale is 1. We're going to make sure render has... where's the use... oh, here, use modifier stack. There we go. So we can see we got a bunch of rhododendrons around now. That's pretty cool. But we can go way higher than this. Probably go up to like 5,000. Problem arises though. There's a couple problems here. One, the scale of everything. We can adjust, and also the rotation randomness. We're going to up the phase and completely randomize the phase. That way these things are totally randomized. And the main issue I have is that there's too many rhododendrons. Just way too many. There's a ton of them. So in order to kind of reduce the amount of them, we're actually going to duplicate some of these plants so that there's more of those and less of the rhododendrons. Low-key, kind of want to add some more plant variety. Am I crazy for that? Oh, right. Also, we need to make sure it's on the correct thing. There we go. Now it's a little denser. Already, I think that looks really good. I don't know if we can get away with this many plants, but it would be nice to maybe throw in some other plants. Maybe we should grab that that little... what was it called? The name of it was bush sawtooth. I think we should throw in some bush sawtooths. That's just me. I think it would add some nice variety to the whole thing. Was shaking bacon. Plants. We're going to be working on the very lovely Halo 3 Condor in a minute, but I was getting tired of looking at this mid-tier plant thing that I did. I think we can get away with a lot cooler stuff. Probably should also optimize the rhododendrons while I'm here. Rotate X90. Hide all of these for a second. Alright, in order to optimize the rhododendrons, can I even do that? Nope, I can't. It's just going to be permanently 135 verts, which is so much more than the others, because those are like 12 verts. Rhododendron is an expensive plant. I cannot lie. It is very expensive. We're going to need less of them than this in the end. Shipmaster, you can stop glassing Africa now the flood is dead. See how it runs first? Well, I just need to... I mean, you're right. I basically just need to apply the modifier and see. So right now we're at 24,000 verts. But this at 5,000. This is probably a little too much. Let's see. Make instances real. 104. Oh, that's fine, actually. That's still... We actually have a little bit of wiggle room on top of that. I could add more, even. But yeah, it's not bad. We're actually well within our limit there. What I'm also going to do, though, is I'm going to get those sawtooth bushes. That is going to mean we're going to get a little bit less coverage, but it will feel like more coverage because there's just going to be more bushes overall. So let's give that a try. In order to do that, it's going to be the exact same setup that we did before. Bush sawtooth, it's literally right here. We're going to run the exact same command that we did before, but instead it's going to be foliage bush sawtooth / bush sawtooth dot render model. There we go. And obviously we have the bitmap for it here, so I'm gonna like prep it, putting that in there. Here's our sawtooth bush image. It doesn't have to be perfect. We don't even really need to see the textures for it. I just like to see them, make sure that it looks decent. Okay, there's our alpha mask for it. Now that we have it extracted, I'm going to save this, make another new general file, and we're going to import the render model for that bush into here. So right now this is the rhododendron. We're going to back up, bush sawtooth, import that. There we go, Master Chief chilling. Bush sawtooth is 240 verts. I'll be honest with you guys, this is a good looking bush, but it ain't worth 240 verts. So we're going to save it, but we're also going to have to optimize the hell out of it, because that's way too much. Alrighty, let's throw that in there. I'm going to hook up the textures real quick. Got to do this, date modified, so it'll be that texture, copy paste. Swap it to the main texture, put that as the alpha. Alright, there's our bush sawtooth. Now we can see it. It does look nice. It does look nice. But it's way too dense for me to realistically justify spamming it all around. A few bigger bushes would sell it. I agree. I agree. I could make these bigger as well. That is totally possible. But as it stands right now, these are pretty small. I think if I saw these around, they would sell it a bit. I like it. They would look pretty good. I'll give it a try. I'll see if it's worth it. Let's go back to our jungle project. We're going to append in the sawtooth bush here. Throw that into our grass temp thingy. And then we do need to rotate it. It's about the same size as the ivy clump, so I'm actually going to scale it up a little bit so it at least matches to be slightly larger. I can't see. Alright, how does it look? Honestly, it does look pretty nice to have those around. I think we're going to need more ivy clumps and dead leaves, though, to kind of counteract those. We'll need less of those. More of those. And it's nice. It adds a good amount of, like, foliage decoration around everything. Feels like a decent variety. Feels more jungly, thicker, fuller. And then you got these bushes all over the place. Not bad. Anyway, you can make them cluster up together. Maybe if I did multiple particle systems, but that's harder to manage. But they're, they're on both sides. I wish I could do just a one-sided object, but it'd be like that. These will have LODs as well. One thing I'm going to do before I get fully into putting out the Ultimate Forge thing tonight, at least for the smaller objects, is I am going to LOD them, which means that when you get close to these things, you'll see all the plants, but as you walk away, it'll fade out the plants, and they will no longer render the whole thing, which will improve performance substantially. Because these are a lot. Rendering all these at once is a lot. Even on modern hardware, it's going to see this and be like 100,000 triangles per object, and you're probably going to have like a whole bunch of these making up the structure of your map. So I'll be making sure to optimize the hell out of it. But all right, let me see. With this setup, how many triangles is that? Once again, 104,000. Somehow. That's actually really good. I want to try this. I was wondering if Halo 3 supported sub-object LODs. It does, yeah. All the way back to Halo 1. And you can determine the distances and stuff like that, whether they fade or just snap to, all those kinds of things. I'm going to try to do it on these in such a way that it's not particularly noticeable. I think on this jungle one, it will probably be noticeable, but, you know, we'll see. I don't know what I was doing there. Anyway, we'll save that, and then I'll save it to jungle 3. We're going to do make instances real. We'll grab all those instances, and we're going to join them together. Like so. That's going to take a minute because there's a lot of them. But it's about the exact same triangle count as before. I'm a bit surprised. We'll see, though. You got to double check. It says 104K, but... Oops. I forgot to undo the particle system. Try that again. Now we select them. Grab these. Join them. This time it'll work. What the heck? I accidentally blew it up. It blew up. What time is it there in Texas? It's pretty late. It's like nearly 8 p.m. now. It's like 7:40. The fuck is this? Go away. My rhododendron exploded. I think this looks a lot nicer though. It'll feel, I think, a lot more full as a jungle object this way. But when you count everything up here, oh, it's 142,000 now. It lied. I mean, I can get away with 142,000 though, to be fair. It's just gonna be laggier. I think it'll be okay, especially with the LOD. Speaking of which, I'm actually gonna do that LOD. L5 on every... Yeah, okay. I'll just make sure to put the L5 prefix on everything. Hey, what up, Mighty? Welcome, welcome. That's going to be default, all assigned. I'm actually going to call it L5. Default. That's going to be the highest LOD, so when you load in, it's going to look like this. And I'm going to actually duplicate this real quick. I'm going to give it a region called L4. Default. And this is going to be the only L4 out here. I'll even name this L5 default. And then for the actual grass objects, that's going to be L5 foliage. So now we have the very lovely task of separating these up into about 15,000 triangle pieces each. I don't think any of these are two-sided though, so actually, since they're not two-sided, I think I might be able to get away with 30k. I'm gonna try 30k. It might be a waste of time because it could break, but we'll give it a try. So I'll make a new region. This is gonna be L5 default foliage 01. Copy that name. Try that again. Okay, and nothing selected. So we're going to try doing a 30,000 triangle selection here, which if I can get 30k will be less annoying. So there we go, 30,000 selected. We'll assign that. And now we're going to make a new one. This is going to be foliage 02. What we're going to do is select the main one, and we're going to go from 30k to 60k. And a little bit over there, so I'm going to remove some selection. 61k. Alright, there we go, 60k. And if we deselect that, we can put that on there. Then we're going to move on to another one. This is going to be foliage 03. Hi, Weasel. What's up, pretty kitty? Hi, pretty Weasel. What's up? Hi, Weasel. Hey, sweet girl. Hey, sweet Weasel. We're going to go ahead and grab both of these again. Then for foliage 3, we're going to bring it up to 90k. A little bit over again. There we go, that's pretty good. And we can deselect these two once again, and that gives us our next region. And we'll just keep doing this until we fill out the entirety of this thing. So we do another select, select, select. I had to do select sections of 15k before because the grass was two-sided, but none of these are two-sided. Alright, so foliage 04, we're going to go from 90k to 120k. Okay, that's pretty good. Again, the same process, deselect, 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 and then we assign. I have a feeling we could do the next one all in one. So foliage 5, perhaps. So we select everything again. And last but not least, we'll give it a try. 120 to 150 max. I think that covers it. Yeah, that's everything. Then we do the last one, deselect, 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 deselect. Then we can make sure that is assigned. And theoretically, we're good. I think we can just call it a day and make sure that as long as all this is parented to the armature. Well, there we go. Let's try exporting it. We'll put it in the game. We'll see if it works. We are going to be missing some textures, but I can just yoink them real quick. Speaking of which, actually, let me fix these. Bush sawtooth. I'm going to call it UF bush sawtooth and UF plant ultimate or rhododendron. UF for ultimate forge, obviously. All right, let's see if this exports well. Halo 3 out, and this is going to be terrain flat jungle 3. We're going to put this in our data folder, so that's going to be under objects, levels, multiplayer, alpine sandbox forge. It's going to be under our terrain flat small jungle. Refresh, there's jungle 3. So we're going to take all these, swap it into here. The last thing we're going to need is our shaders for the plants, which is also pretty easy. We do want these textures, but I'm just going to grab them manually in a minute. So we're going to go levels, multi. I may have to go back and redo the selection there, but I think in the end it should be okay. One redo where everything's at just 15k. Right, though. We want to do terrain. Terrain, cliff, blah blah, jungle. And then from the ivy clumps, I'll copy that and UF plant rhododendron. And UF bush sawtooth. Nice. Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go. The real question is, does it blow up if I re-imported this? We do tool, render, objects, levels, multi, alpine, sandbox, forge, terrain, flat, small, jungle, draft. We have an unknown LOD index. Oh, it worked! Awesome, because we don't have anything double-sided. Okay, the textures are going to look funky. But we got plants! Okay, let's give these proper plant textures. That's awesome, though. Dead leaves are still there. Now, once we get these actual plant textures in for these, it should look really good, actually. So let's do it. Let's do it. Sawtooth and rhododendron are the two plants we need here. Very easy to do. We're going to start with the rhododendron, because that's the big, bushy plant. Levels, decorators, foliage... rhododendron. We're going to use that as everything for it. And then we're going to do the same thing for the bush sawtooth here. Bush sawtooth, right out of campaign. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know if we need them glowing or not, but hey, look at that. We got bushes and foliage all over the place now. It's still a pretty subtle thing, but I think it's a lot better to have these than that grass that was practically invisible before. What do you guys think? Actually, if I think of anything, the bush sawtooth might be a little too green. Let me try something there. I'm actually going to do something a little weird. I'm going to add a little bit of red to it. Try and counteract the green. Might be a little too much. Maybe darken it a bit. I think that fits in a little bit nicer. They're just a bit saturated is all. Make them darker. I think they need a little bit of a bluish kind of tint to them. They're too dark, and that redness is not showing through in a good way. Like a lighter with a little bit of blue. Yeah, that looks a little bit nicer. I think they match a bit better there. What's up? What are you working on? I'm just trying to redo this one forge piece for the jungle terrain ground here. I added a bunch of new plants to it. Oh, maybe I did want to double side those rhododendrons. Now that I'm looking at it, I didn't because they're like really expensive, but they do look a bit funky being one-sided. I hadn't even thought about that. Because the sawtooths, it really doesn't matter if they're double-sided or not. You really will rarely notice. Rhododendrons, on the other hand, they look kind of empty being one-sided. Shoot! Okay, I'm going to try that. I don't think it's going to work right off the bat. I think I'm probably going to have to redo my selection. But I'll try double-siding it and see. Because there's a chance, because there's not even that many of them, there's a tiny chance. Actually, I think it's a decently good chance that we can still get. There might be like one part that has too many, but let's see. Is it going to work? Or is it going to blow up because I'm double-siding them? Come on, save me some time. Can I just get away with this? A lot of duplicate triangles. Come on. Yeah, double-sided rhododendrons. Let's go. Yeah, they look a lot nicer. You can like see through the back sides of them. That's pretty good. They feel like more full. I'm just now realizing I didn't really do any scale variation on these, which looks a bit funny, but I don't think most people will notice. Are there plants on the bottom of the terrain that can be removed to save triangles? Well, the thing is it's a double-sided terrain piece, so there are plants down there, but I'm keeping them. That way you have more variation in the terrain shapes. So, like, here's one, and then I spawn another one, and if I flip this thing all the way around, you got even more plants on the other side. 180. And then you can kind of like, you know, rotate these together to make your own jungle terrain. I don't have the cliffs in for this biome yet, but I'm sure you can kind of see the... So this is the bottom side of it here. Are you able to add single forge object with multiple bushes and trees making dense jungle maps could be menu expensive? Yes, it will be menu expensive, and I will be adding those. All of the biomes are going to have forest pieces, which will be challenging to use because they will be placed on a flat plane, but the same geo on each side? No, it's different. So the front side, the top side that you default spawn with is kind of hilly, and the bottom side, I didn't make these pieces, by the way. These are the Halo 2 Anniversary Forge pieces. I've just retextured them and added a bunch of plants on them. I think it's nice. I do want to add some scale variation, but I also don't want to redo all that because it was kind of annoying. It looks good, though. Feels nice. The rhododendrons pop out a little too much, but... Think they look familiar? Yeah. I like using the blend maps that came with them, too, with, like, the campaign terrain textures. It adds a lot of good amount of detail to it. Even the regular grassy one from the other biome, I think, looks pretty good with these. It totally does not fit in with this biome at all, but it looks nice. Got, like, dirt patches and grass, and the sides of it are kind of, like, rocky and dirt. Blend map goes crazy. I really want to add cliffs and rocks. I hate to say it because I want to do the Condor, but like I'm such a huge fan of the aesthetic of Halo 3's jungles that I want to like upside down tree incoming. Boom. I really want to add trees and stuff and try like just seeing, because I don't even have the rocks in. I've been so focused on other like minor stuff lately that I haven't really added in all this as much as I would like. But like the trees being in here with all the plants and stuff already look really good. I think adding rocks and especially the cliff pieces, doing a cliff piece would actually be very easy to pull off because I could copy and paste it and then just change the texture. So I might do that real quick. See what the kind of vibe is with the cliffs. Also, I could add vines on the cliffs. I just don't know how good it would look. Weasel, you're so cute. No. My hand's gotta work. Alright. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can kind of see the vision here. Some more height variation on the underside would be cool. Well, good news. You can add height variation yourself by varying the height of the various pieces. And there'll be different scales of it too. Look, I made a tiny little hill. Oh my god. And the hill also gets a little bit of like dirt and kind of stuff on it. Oh yeah, the new MCC update is out. I did update them earlier today. So if you want to play it, it should be good. I actually realized I theoretically could update Ultimate Forge. I don't know if it would run though, because it's so old. It's only been like 2 hours. I was on it. I was on it quick. Yeah, all my mods are updated though. If you want to, you know, Huge Grass is good. Extinction Halo 2 is good. AI Kilimanjaro AI War is good. What else? A bunch of stuff. Everything's good. Hemostasis, Overpass, they're all up. MCC update nuked my AI Slayer mods. Yeah. Also, you might have to set your mods to version number to be 0.0.0.0 because that'll just make sure that no updates ever break it. So all my mods are on that now, so they should work immediately with every MCC update. Could I add a cluster of trees? Yeah, every biome is going to have a... I'm going to call them forest objects, but it's going to be a cluster of trees just kind of around. I'll probably add like 2 clusters each so that you have some variety. Because obviously if you're placing, especially if you're trying to make a dense jungle map, it's going to be extremely challenging to pull off a dense jungle map when you have to place down every single tree and you're still under Halo 3's object limit. So consolidating those things is really important. The ODST map doesn't get jungle, or it doesn't get tree, well it probably will get forest objects, but it's also getting like the road equivalent of that, which is going to be like city blocks of streets for you to work with. Are Cortana's feet going to be added? I'll think about it. I'll think about that one. You'll have to let me cook on that. Okay, let's do the cliffs really quick. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, because I do the cliffs the lazy way, which is I like copy and paste the cliffs over instantly. So let's do the grass cliff biome one as a duplicate. We're gonna call it jungle. We don't even need to add anything interesting. I might do something special for the jungle cliffs by adding a bunch of vines and stuff on them, but we will see. For now, I'm just going to do full on rename this cliff to jungle cliff, and we're gonna rehook everything up here. We put that in. Oh, you see my favorite Pokemon Goku in Ultimate Forge. I have good news for you. I won't be adding Goku. I lied. There was no good news. Today marks my 7 months as member. Let's go! Anomaly, thank you for being a 7-month member. I appreciate you. Will always continue to boggle my mind that there's so many of you who have been around for so long. Alright, we have our jungle cliff shader here. We're going to open it, and we're literally going to turn this into the jungle cliff from the single player mission CR117. How do we do that? We literally go into that mission's files right here. We go into the shaders under terrain, and we have to find the rock. Now, I actually, off the top of my head, don't know what texture the rock uses. So I'm going to open, I think I have a thing. Yeah, I have a thing for it. Here's the first mission. So obviously there's a bunch of rocks in the cliffs and stuff. This is jungle terrain 00 whatever 40 outer. I just want to, it's so, oh, I can't see. Okay, so this is jungle terrain generic rock. Jungle terrain generic rock. Jungle terrain generic rock. So that's just what the cliffs are made of. Terrain generic rock. Okay. That's fine, I can work with that. Terrain generic rock. Right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. We're going to take a look at what it's got. It's a really simple model. There's not a whole lot to it. Dishonored American with the 22 months! Thank you very much! You're so close to 2 years and that's blowing my mind. You said... I could do better than that. I won't because it's embarrassing. But thank you. That is pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie. Detail map 2. Oh, there's 2 detail maps. That goes crazy. Bump map. Look at this. We got bump maps on here. Detail bump maps. And we can check out the material model. We got to get the diffuse coefficient right. It's going to be 0.7. This is going to be a shiny rock. I can guarantee this is going to be shiny. This is going to be that wet jungly rock. 0.25. Specular. Wait, roughness is 0.25. Wait, what? What is the material model for this? Oh, it's single lobe Fong. I don't think we have the technology for that. I'll have to make it work though. Diffuse and specular coefficient good. Roughness is 0.25. We don't really have a roughness. We have specular power. Analytical specular contribution. 0.8. Area specular contribution. 0.5. Environmental map specular contribution 0. Cornell curve steepness, I'm going to leave default. Specular power, I'm going to leave default at 10. We'll save that. That should get us what we're looking for. Oh, it has a parallax. Oh shit, I don't know if I can do parallax on this. Diffuse plus spec. I don't think I can do plus height map. I think if I switch to that, it like explodes or something. Well, let's try spawning this in. It's not going to look right yet, because it's going to be halfway between like one of the Covenant cliffs from the Mission of the Covenant and between a jungle cliff, so it's going to, admittedly, it's going to look weird. We'll see. Terrain, cliff, small jungle. Throw that down. Spawn it in. Right, here is the beginning of our cliff. Looks weird. It's like a hybrid. But let's continue it. I'm going to make every single part of this the exact same thing. In fact, I'm just going to turn everything else off. It really doesn't need anything else. Oh! Ew! It's crunchy. I lied. We're going to do at least... Wait, diffuse plus specular plus height map. Does that blow it up? No, it still works. We're going to grab the height map from here. Boom. It blew up. No! That's fine. We'll just keep it on specular. It's just the air conditioning unit, kitty. It's just the AC. All right, we'll do all 3 materials. I changed my mind. We're gonna do diffuse plus specular. But first I'm gonna turn these off, and I'm gonna get this first one to be at a good tiling amount. The base map right now, I'm gonna have to put it to like 64. Actually, let's keep 32. The detail map is set to 1. I'm gonna set that to like 128. Okay, that's not bad, but I think the base map at 32 might need to just be... If I up that to 64, and I up the bump map also to 64... Well, the bump map just isn't even scaled. What in the world's going on with this thing? Alright, you guys be the judge. Does this look better? Boom! Oh! Alright, it was fine before. I've created art. Hey, it's Banana Man with the $2 tip. Much appreciated, dude. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I have one word for you. Bahuba balubba gaga butter. I miss the old days when elites were just straight ridiculous. Drake show the Strato. Oh, that's right. We're gonna update the model. Davy Jones sent me the updated model. I totally forgot yesterday because I was so focused on just trying to get work done. My brain was so cooked yesterday. I feel a lot better today, so we're gonna get a ton of work done today. But man, that was a little bit rough. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's take the. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's regular power 1,000. What? I didn't mean to do that. All right, my plan is this. I'm going to do the exact same texture that I have there, but I'm going to do it on the second one here. And let me double check this. Rock, cliff, smooth, large. Yeah, it has a lot going on specular-wise that I think is causing it to become really, really shiny in a lot of areas. I'm going to have to do the exact same thing I just did here, but I think on a larger scale. Rock rough detail as the detail map, and that's going to go on 8. So this is going to be a much larger version of the same texture. Bump map is going to be this at 4. And then we have the rock rough detail Z bump, which yep, that's it. Straight from campaign. That's going to go in there at a scale of 8. So this is going to be much larger. Then we're going to copy these values. So 16.7.310, 16, no, wait, 0.7.310. And area specular contribution is 0.5 and then 0.8. Let's see, does that look better? Boom. Okay, nice. We got some more variety that does make it feel more natural, different scales. Feeling a little better. Darksteel, thanks so much for the 2, man. Thank you, thank you. Said, I ain't even gonna hide it. This blunt feels like a solid, fibrous piece of shit, straight up. A big, meaty piece of shit. Balanced diet, lots of fruits and vegetables, would honestly float in the water, which is a good sign of good health. Husky little fella. Brother, what did you, what, huh? Huh? You want to smoke that? That sounds nasty, bro. That is also, like, I'm imagining it in my head with, like, the paper and everything and the green out. I'm like, I ain't even gonna lie, that does sound really nice. But, huh? Oh, you know what I just realized? I need to add in some of the detail back. I accidentally turned this thing, dude. You said your blunt feels like a solid fibrous piece of shit. This rock looks like a solid fibrous piece of shit. I totally forgot and accidentally removed a bunch of really important stuff on this, and I gotta fix it immediately. Your nasty ass comment just reminded me. It does, no offense. No, it's totally right. I wasn't thinking and forgot my process I used for the cliff pieces, where that retained some of the original Halo 2 Anniversary textures, and I just completely slipped my mind. Now what I should be doing on it, though, with the base map, the detail map I need to set back on the very first one to be this, and the detail bump be this. Okay, that helps a little bit. We get some of that rock detailing back in there. Looks a little bit better. What do I do for the rest? The second one also has the detail bump set there. Does this look better if I do this or worse? I think it looks a little better. Has it a little bit of extra detail popping out. Okay, we're back. We're back. It's looking a little nicer. think we need one more set of the detail map. Alright, let's do this one more. This one's going to be a large with no pickles. Sorry, rock cliff huge as the main texture. The first one was scaled to 8. The second one was 4. This one's going to be 16. This one's going to be 32. And the detail map is going to be... It's going to be the correct detail map. 16 to 32. The bump map is going to be the right bump map here. It's also 16, but then we got the terrain stone cliff bump. That's good. Now we just got to copy the values. So diffuse coefficient is going to be, what, 0.7. We go 0.3. And we're going to go 10. And we're going to go... Hey, Xerxes! Xerxes, 27 months! Damn! I appreciate the hell out of you for that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Pokemon warts to the polls. So Corbin got you with the wart. Xerxes, thank you for 27 months. I really appreciate you. You've been here forever. Thank you very much. Corbin also with the $10 tip. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So wait, so how many canvases will this have again? Gonna have every biome in existence? Most biomes, I would say definitely over 50% of the biomes in the game. Maybe higher, maybe like 70%. Trying to think about all of them. There's quite a few. I don't want to make a number that high, but a lot. The flood one, honestly, I can't wait to go back to that one. I gotta get some work done and fix that one up. But quite a few. I'm gonna be honest with how much work I have left to do in this mod. I might have to give myself another week. I really don't want to, but it's looking pretty rough right now. I've been staying up late and just like working like crazy. I just don't know how much time I have for this. I don't know if I have enough. I'm going to give it a try, though. I'll keep you guys in the loop. Like I said, tonight I'm putting out a test version so you guys can bug test and stuff. It'll be really challenging because I'm not entirely sure how the shared map thing works, so I'll have to study that. But first and foremost, it has 8. It has 8 canvases right now. Grass, savanna, desert, snow, the Skyward Halo 2 Anniversary Ring, that's 5. Then there's Flood, Jungle, and ODST Mombasa. So 8 total. It was supposed to be 4 originally. Then I was like, I'll throw Skyward in, 5. And then I was like, ODST City would be 6, 6. And then, yeah, then with the goals, doing a Forge one and a Jungle one just sounded too awesome and like really great goals. So now it's 8. This mod keeps getting bigger, man. It keeps getting bigger. All right, we'll continue here. Yeah, what was that? Fresnel Curve Stevens, blah, blah, blah. Area specular contribution 0.1. And then 0.2 here. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Save that, and then, is this better or worse? Boom. I think that adds a good amount of detail to it. It feels nice. It feels a lot more balanced and detailed. It's still a bit weird and shiny. To be fair, it is a jungle cliff, though. Let's see. Let's see how it looks in, like, in action here. I might reduce the specularity. Obviously, we don't have any rocks or anything yet to also add in, but I want a really big version of this cliff because it would look a lot nicer. These cliffs are honestly a little bit small for most cases. They're better for like patch-up jobs. Not bad. Still pretty bright. It is. This is the actual texture, though. This is what they actually look like in the mission. It's just most of the time there's so much shade that you don't really see it. Like if, let me try, I can do a test here. If I put one like over here, like so. Then I threw one like in the ground a little bit, maybe like here. Rise it up just a touch. A little rotation. Slide it over. What was that using? Phone beeping it scare you? Looks a bit better with like the shadowing from the trees and stuff. Oh, it doesn't even have a sound when I walk on it. I gotta fix that. Probably just takes like a stone sound if I had to guess. Terrain cliff. And jungle. Terrain cliff. Jungle. Model. It doesn't even have the material name set up, bruh. Hard. Terrain. Stone. And then the physics model. Gucci Pasta, that's a name I haven't seen on here in a while. Good to see you, man. Thanks for the 5. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Streamlabs isn't working for me. It'd be like that sometimes, I'm sorry. But good shit, bro. That rock looks incredibly rockish. Sentinel looks fire, too. Not my Sentinel. That is all Davy Jones. Davy Jones VFX, absolute legend. He has done an incredible job with it. All I did was take his work and put it in the engine. It looks so clean, dude. And this is the old version. He has an updated version I'm putting in as well that he says he thinks looks a lot better. So I'm pretty excited to try that out. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I think the vibes here are pretty good. Oh, you know what? I don't even think I have the... Do I have the updated performance throttles on this map? Let me save. I might not even have the full shadowing going on this map. I don't know if I set it up or not. Let's see. Levels. Oh, levels, multi, jungle, sandbox. I probably put them in. I'm not sure, though. I recall being able to have a lot more shadows. It might be because I have giant shadowed things like the Sentinel on the map, so it's rendering a few less, but... Strato Sentinel and Guardian Accumulator most likely going to be in the Halo 4 Infinite mod. Strato Sentinel? Yeah, I just want to put his Strato Sentinel in because it looks so damn good. Oh yeah, I don't even have the performance throttles in. Bruh. No wonder I can't see any shadows. Levels multi. I'm playing Sandbox 2. Oh, careful, girl. Do that coffee over here. You're good, Weasel. You're good. Alright, shadow's working a little bit nicer there. It's subtle, but it's important, at least to me. Hey! No biting. Let me double check that this is actually going to cast shadows. Terrain cliff, small jungle. Do you cast shadows? Yes, they do. Okay, good. Probably then the reason we're getting a few less shadows is because of the Strato Sentinel. I'm going to temporarily remove it. I'll add it back to be sure. Because, of course, I can't live without that thing for too long. I love it. I love it so much. It seems like my shadow casting distance got nerfed a little bit since the last time I was working on all this. My boss says Sandbox, the shadow casting distance is crazy. Did I mess something up? We have high quality shadows. We have shadow quality LOD 1000 maybe. Weird, the shadows were way nicer before. For the Condor I saw, it is. This is the, we're not even close to done with the texture, sadly, but it's a work in progress Halo 3 Condor. This is the overall model design of it. As you can see, I've been working on painting in like the sides, the engines, testing out some new colors and stuff, but this is what the Halo 3 Condor looks like currently. Got like rear landing gear, big engines back here, much longer troop carrying bay. A lot of the proportions have been changed around. Way cooler wings, bigger engines. Got some custom pieces on it. Things looking pretty slick. It's nothing too crazy, honestly, but also the Condor as a vehicle is nothing too crazy either. Blood of interior, yeah, the whole thing's gonna, it's gonna have an expanded interior. I'm likely gonna be kind of kit bashing some bits and pieces for the inside. But it's quite a bit bigger than the regular Pelican. I mean, when you look at it from like the top down here, let me try bring the noses in closer. And see, it's got a fairly different shape to it. Quite a bit larger. It's a big boy. He's gonna look really good once I get all those textures done in. Those back wings in front of the engines. With back wings in front of the engines. Those, you said those are stretched out too far? Let me cook with the textures and I'll get back to you on that. Just seeing it like bare is gonna make it, it's gonna look very different with textures. Right now it's completely naked and the proportions are not balanced out by any textures. I think it'll be good, but we'll be cooking, we'll see. The tree shadow goes pretty far, but these cliff shadows, not so much. But I do like the way this all feels. I need to get some more rocks and things down, but the overall vibe of the jungle area here is pretty nice. Hoping the rocks wouldn't show such a shiny side. Is it overcast? I guess that must be overcast. You can't really see the sun. It's like right there, which is kind of hard to see. It does feel pretty good for this being Forge. Oh, let me check out the LODs as well, though, while I'm on this. Because I did actually add in LODs as a test for the first try. Level of detail. LOD render model. Let me see. Model is further away than the LOD reduction distance. It will be reduced to that LOD. Doesn't the Warthog do LODing? What uses LODing in this? Probably guns. I know I have LODs set up, so this technically should be working. I don't think there's anything in the game that I've ever seen that had an LOD render model filled out. I think it might be actually in the tag that we were just in. Under performance throttles. LOD. Shadow quality LOD, that's fine. LOD, affect LOD distance, not effect, not water. Xerxes, thank you very much for the 2! Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. You said, is there going to be a version of the Condor with the mass driver? If so, can you give it that shark face nose art? So that its enemies knows it means business. You know, I haven't seen the shark face nose art if there's any specific concept for the Condor, but I could paint that on. Thank you for that too. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty fun, honestly. We're gonna get to the Condor pretty soon because I'm feeling pretty happy with the jungle stuff already. We got the cliff in, we got the ground looking a lot better. It's got these big plants and things all around it. That looks a lot nicer. I'm liking it. As we were walking around, you can hear sounds and underbrush. I do want to get more trees and more rocks in, plus the forest objects, but even just this as a start feels really good. I could see a lot of cool levels being made. Maybe throw down some of those screen effect orbs and stuff to give yourself like a nice like infection map on this. That could be really cool. Oh, there's so much to do still. So much to do. But it's also cool. I can't wait to see like giant size jungle maps made too. That's going to be really, really cool. I think this map is going to excel at smaller scales. Smaller, tighter areas. But I don't know. I'm excited. Relax, G. No, I'm fine. I'm just trying to calculate out. I'm kind of wasting time calculating. I should just be working instead. I think it's time for the Condor. I want to do some more cool Condor texturing stuff. Before we go straight to Condor texturing, though, we're going to go to the Condor model, because there are some edits that I need to grab back from the original version before I redid all of the materials for it. So I'm going to go yoink some of those real quick. Should be under Condor H3 I want to see I think it's 11. I don't think I textured or redid any UVs on 11. Yeah, this... Is this the original texture sheet? I was like, this here. I think this is the original texture sheet because it's a hell of a lot cleaner than mine. No, it is not. We're gonna go to 10. Still a redone texture sheet. Actually, maybe that's what it's supposed to be like, because this is Condor Hole. Okay, we're back to 9. When did I redo its UVs originally? Did I like do it early on? I'm so confused. 8? Okay, yeah, 8 has the original texture sheet, and it still has the parts that I want. I'm gonna name this Condor 8 dash grab textures. So this is literally just gonna exist for me to yoink some parts off. We're gonna want to grab these parts here because I like the way that they look. They're pretty cool, pretty fancy. I'm gonna grab that bit there. Actually, grab the inside part of this as well. This face here. Let me look in-game at the Pelican, see what other parts I want to grab. We won't grab this part. That's not necessary. We'll retexture that. We do need to grab, I would say, the interior part of the landing bay. We'll grab this on the other side as well. No need to grab, I think, the insides, just... Hi, Weasel. Yeah, just like that is fine. We want to grab those, so I'll yoink those off. Then the other parts I want to grab, like I was saying, to hide those, is going to be the bay section, the interior here, of where the landing gear folds up and in. I don't know if 100% I'll be grabbing these, but I'm going to give it a go and see if it looks good. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I'm noticing there's like a straight edged line here that goes straight back to the bay door. But on mine, I think I may have dragged it down a touch. I think it would actually be this. Maybe I won't grab that part. But what I do need to grab for sure, the engine bits here. The instances. And the thrust back. And the thrust downs. Actually, I think my Condor, those are like fine on the front. Yeah, all my instances are fine. It's actually the back ones that need their instances fixed. Instances there. So we yoink those. Instances there. Grab those. And then I think that's pretty much everything. We can join these together. Delete that. This will be Pelican instances. By the eye of avocado. This is the texture temp 4. Where's my in-game one? That's temp 4. In-game texture test. Okay, here's what we want. So let's append from not our bushes, models, Condor, grab textures, object, and then we're gonna do instances. Nice. So now we got those. I'll hide these really quick. I'm gonna delete these faces and this face. Delete these. this and this. And on the back here, we got the instances texture that got absolutely mangled. So we can get rid of those. Then we can turn on wherever my instances object is, right down here. Delete that. We're gonna put this onto here. And now we can remove any unused materials. Where does it have Pelican Hole, honestly? Oh, here. Yeah, that's fine. Last but not least, we're gonna mirror it on the y-axis. And that should give us the results we're looking for. How do you feel about maybe adding the reach truck in the desert, savanna, and jungle biomes? I was actually thinking that recently. I was like, you know, the reach truck is pretty cool, and it has like cool engine sounds and stuff. I think it'd be kind of neat to add that in. Condor H3, render, tool, render objects, vehicles, Condor H3, final. Oh. Gotta fix those materials real quick. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna let it compute bounce uselessly because I'm not even gonna import this yet. Alright, again. I'm able to find shader oh, right. I need to actually grab Pelican Hole. Turns out we will in fact be using some Pelican textures. But we will be using the ODST one, so that's gonna be our Pelican multiplayer, shaders, Pelican Hole, and that's gonna go to our Condor H3 shaders, put that in there. One more time. Now we have everything. Reach truck would be nice to add. It would take... Well, actually, I don't think the reach truck would take all that long. Porting it from reach wouldn't be terribly challenging. It would look good in Halo 3 too. Alright, the instances are fixed on the back. That looks good. Oh, I forgot to grab this. I gotta fix that. These look good here, though. I really didn't want to texture these myself. I thought they would look fine if they used the Pelican ones, and I think that was the right move. But yeah, I do need to grab this real quick, and then we should be good on the back side of this whole thing. Go back real quick to the grab parts. And it's just the parts, like, in the landing gear and wrapping around on the back. Just all of that. Okay. Hide that. Is it even... It is that part. Okay, so we'll grab that. That. What about that normal? That whole door there. That's just the entire hull itself. So it goes all the way up to there. Okay. This is a pretty big selection, but we'll grab this first. Let's grab these first. We're going to go inside it. Do Control Plus to grab all those. Then we're going to get the top. Everything here. It's the entire cargo base section. Is it any of the underneath parts? The underneath sections. It is up until that point there. So it's just all of that. And so I want this to be the base Pelican texture. I may retexture it, but I think it'll look fine with the base Pelican texture, so I'll leave it. So we will separate that, and this will be Pelican Bay area. I go back to here. That's Pelican interior. That's just straight up the wrong texture for it. We're going to set that to... Is that supposed to be Pelican interior? I don't even know. But I'll append the better one. Delete all those faces. I guess I forgot to yoink off the door. Try it again. Bay area. Add that, grab this thing, select those materials, delete all that. Turn on the bay area. Okay, not bad. Let's put it in the game. Oh, we gotta fix the materials real quick. First on this, we remove unused ones, remove duplicates. We're good to go. Now all the parts of the Pelican textures that I wanted to keep should be kept. And everything else will be our fully custom Condor textures. Let's see, does it look better? Get the UVs back. There we go. The bay is back in action. The window's still a little scuffed, and I think the cockpit window is too, but that's not a huge deal. We can just fix that later. Very cool. Very, very cool. I'll be a lot better about that now that everything's a bit cleaner. We got a little bit of extra detail in there for free. Very nice. Very nice. Kind of want to work on the engines, but it's kind of far back there. You know what? I'm noticing the model that I have here doesn't have the fixed UVs on it. Any UV work I do won't show up properly. I have it working in Substance, but let's open Substance. Speaking of which, let's go into Substance Painter. It's Condor time. Anyways, peace for now. Have a good one, Joe. It's a slow day today, huh? We don't have too many people in here. I guess that's what Friday nights be like. Oh! Here's our file. Things are looking pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Now we can begin adding even more textures. Bit of a shame some of the contrasty bits I did don't show up super well. As a flat earther, time zones are a mystery to me. You're based. Don't let nobody tell you the earth is a ball. It's more of a donut, to be honest, but, you know, not get into semantics. Right, we're going to need Photoshop open for this in the background. That way we can fix up the textures and get them in the game. Speaking of which, well, let me go there. We're going to need our folder set up for doing these textures. So I'm going to get all that set up right now. So we have our export folder here. For our Condor, we're going to need to have the bitmaps folder open to put those in game. And we should be set. Onikai! Thank you for 12 months! Much appreciated. Thank you. You said, I'm here! Yo, Rejectable, this mod have an AI? I'm just curious. Yes, Ultimate Forge 2.0 has a bunch of different AI you can spawn in and forge. And it's really fun, and you can do some crazy-ass battles with it. I think you'll find it very enjoyable. No worries. We got tons of AI. AI in Halo without firing positions is a bit weird. Oh no, they have firing positions. They have all firing positions. I have Forge AI working. Although on Forge objects, they'll have to kind of figure stuff out. But yeah, no, the entire map has firing positions, and they have a squad that they get auto-assigned to via script. This is looking better. We're gonna keep it rolling though. Gotta keep it rolling. Yeah, no, the AI though, it's the entire map has a gigantic set of firing positions and a zone, and there's a squad that's always on the map, and that squad will just kind of exist empty, and then anytime you spawn in an AI and Forge, there's a giant volume in the map, and there's a script running constantly searching for AI objects. And then eventually when it finds an AI you placed in Forge, which happens almost instantly most of the time, it will assign it to that squad that has pathfinding, and then your AI will start running around intelligently. Get a train nearby. I heard thumps like crazy. Okay, this is already looking better. I'm going to quickly run and go make myself coffee, and then we're going to go deep into the Condor. So give me just a minute, you guys. I will be right back. I swear I'll make it quick. Not going to make you wait any longer. Just want to get myself energized for this. It'll be fun. We're going to make this thing look hella good, dude. I just want to get a ton of progress on the texturing for this today. Just going crazy with it. Make it a little messy and then clean it up later. Be right back. Wait, where's my coffee thing? No, that says eating dinner. We gotta edit that. Brewing coffee. BRB 5 minutes. Perfect. Okay, be right back. Hello, my people. It's good to see you. I'm back. But are you back? Alright, we're gonna draw lines. Speedrunning time. We're gonna copy these wing lines, because the wing lines, they're gonna be the same on both, except for the outer wing, which is different. I'm gonna have to customize a bit. Hi, Weasel. I got the coffee. Was it good coffee? I'm drinking it right now. It is. It's blonde roast with a mocha oat milk. I'm gonna do a little bit of texturing. Something came up, so I'm gonna have to sadly end stream soon. I'm gonna do early. I was supposed to do a long stream today, so I'm gonna have to do like a fucking 24-hour tomorrow, because I said long stream 2 days ago, and I said I'll make up for the long stream for today, and now it's today, and I'm gonna do a short stream. But it's good, because tonight I'm gonna get out a test version of Ultimate Forge, and while I'll be doing a ton of work on stream tomorrow, you guys will be able to join me on a mini playtest for part of the stream, and we'll be able to try out Ultimate Forge. It'll be cool. Rip, don't push yourself too much. No, it's fine. I got time. I'm making it work. Appreciate the worry, but I'll probably just have to add a couple extra days to the timer. It's no biggie though. It'd be like that. I'm trying to rush, but I'm not going to rush so much that the mod becomes bad. Eventually he'll build up a stream that lasts the whole month. That's what it feels like. Weasel, you don't want me to stream either. Just wants me to pet her. I love you, Weasel. You're so sweet. But I need to use my mouse. I'll just have to start sleeping on stream. I'll just pass out my chair in like a blanket. Oh, you're so cute, Weasel. Hi, kitty. You're pretty. You just want me. She's standing in front of my computer. Like, she needs attention from me. You're so needy, Weasel. But I love you, kitty. I love you, my Weasel. You want to come sit in my lap? Come here. Come sit in my lap. Come sit in my lap, kitty. Cat meowed on mic while you were gone. I had to check my door for my cat. Oh, I thought I muted my mic. Whoops. Show cat. This is the Weasel. Hi. Alright, we're gonna draw some lines. My people, we draw lines. We're gonna go line here, boom, boom. Are they gonna wrap under the wing? No, only a little. Down to that point right there. Then they wrap over, and then they end arbitrarily right here. Perfect, let's do it. We gotta get something in. Alright, we're gonna go lines down, distance here. We're gonna use the shape, alpha. We're gonna set our size to 0.2. We're going to double check our positioning. It's going to be near the front here, but not too close to the front. Weasel, are you pressing a button on my keyboard? Is that why I can't do anything? I can't do anything. I can't move. I can't zoom. Alright, it's all broken all of a sudden. That's fine. Alright, I apologize, you guys. I'm just gonna jump off that. Something did come up, and I'm gonna go handle and take care of it. I appreciate you guys being here. I really will make it up to you with a much longer stream tomorrow. It'll be Saturday. It'll be earlier, much earlier. I started it very late today, unfortunately, but I'll make it up to you guys with a much earlier stream starting tomorrow. Should happen so often with Substance? It really does. I just have to restart it. 3,000 stretch goal, and the kitty plays second strength. Yeah, we'll put the kitty cat. We had 3,000. I'll have to put the cat in. I already have Weasel. She's already in the drop pod. She's the little picture where Rookie's girlfriend was, so she's already in the drop pod. That's a permanent feature. Okay, I'm not changing that. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are wonderful. I love all the support. I love you guys just being here. I'm gonna get a ton done tonight. My goal before I go to bed tonight is to get a fully playable test version of Ultimate Forge, which includes me filling out all the Forge menus and organizing everything that is currently available in my editing kit into there. And hopefully tomorrow, for at least like 30 minutes to an hour, we can do a test and see what's broken and what's not. So any of you guys are YouTube members, you want to join in for their little 8-player playtest, it will be first come, first serve. So if you're new and you haven't been to a playtest, you are going to have to keep your eye on the ball around 4 to 6 p.m. in supporter chat in the Discord server. I'll see you guys then, though. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, y'all. Longer stream tomorrow, I promise. I really promise. Have a wonderful rest of your night, guys.